You know, prior to the pandemic, Illinois ranked among the top 10 states in the nation with the most instances of sex trafficking. It's an epidemic that largely impacts young people, and most of the victims are young girls.
Yeah, and this morning we have advice on starting a dialogue with your kids on how to recognize potential dangers. Joining us with more is Sarah Simmons, a human rights advocate. Good morning to you, Sarah. We appreciate your time.
Good morning. It's great to be here and get this important conversation going.
It really is. And parents everywhere need to pay attention. You know, so many victims of sex trafficking, they left home. They were runaways who apparently thought that they had had enough. Tell us what parents who are at odds with their kids, what can they do to keep their children safe so they don't end up in trouble?
Well, first of all, I'm really glad you called out the point that it's not generally a random event like an abduction or, like in the movie Taken. It's usually that kids are targeted because they're already vulnerable. They might be a runaway, or they've interacted with the juvenile justice system, they're coming out of foster care, or perhaps have already experienced abuse, feeling lonely and isolated. So I think the most important thing any parents can do is just have a high standard of love in your home. Make sure that your kids feel really loved and accepted, however you might feel about their lifestyle or their choices. Make sure that they feel that home's a safe place to be and to talk about. And a lot of times kids feel like maybe they've done something wrong. They've engaged in prostitution, or they've been involved with some kind of crime or trouble, and then they can't go home because they feel ashamed and embarrassed. So I think making sure that your kids know that no matter what has happened, come home, we'll talk about it together. We'll figure it out together. It's always going to be a safe place for you. We accept you as you are. That is so critical. The other thing is that trafficking in America, in Chicago, throughout the world, is an issue that thrives in silence. So having an open and honest conversation about it from a very young age is so critical. Obviously, it needs to be age appropriate. You're not going to be talking to your 5-year-old about sex trafficking, but there's certainly ways to talk to kids at all ages about freedom, about what it means to be free, about safety, about the privacy and safety of your body. And I think the sooner you can get that conversation started, the better, but it's never too late. And if you can engage not just your child, but their friend and the community in that conversation, so much the better. Church, places of worship is a great place to get this conversation going. Your child's school, any kind of community groups.
Hey, Sarah, let me just interject real quick before we run out of time. I hear every word you're saying, and it sounds like wonderful advice. I don't have kids, but I was once a teen, and I didn't want to hear a lot of what my parents had to say. Could you just give the folks at home, are there areas we need right here in our neighborhoods when we're watching you here on our TVs at home? Malls or other places where people, I've heard Target is often a place where people look to take advantage of young people. When you're talking to kids about danger spots, what do you want them to know?
I would want them to know that they are most likely to be trafficked by someone they know. It's less likely, to be a random event, but perhaps a friend or a boyfriend will bring them in. So again, having the conversation about sex trafficking, having it with other adults that they might trust and other kids, and having them be aware that somebody might target them, especially if they're feeling lonely, isolated, unloved, and that no one should ever take your freedom away or try to make you do something like that. And that if you do get involved in something like that, come straight home, talk to your parents, have an open and honest conversation about it. And certainly when you're out and about, in Target or in the mall, being aware of what's going on around you, having situational awareness is really super important. But you're probably most at risk from someone you already know.
Well, human rights advocate Sarah Simmons, thank you very much for your time. Definitely great advice for all parents out there who think that it can't happen to their kids, and then it does. So good advice. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Still